have tried this video 3 times now, so let's see if we can get it this time. Hey guys, what's up? It's Shelby and welcome back to my channel. I know I keep saying I'll be back, but and I never do, but hopefully I'm back now because I upgraded my storage on my phone and hopefully everything is gonna work out good. So, today I'm doing a pretty well-known case, which you guys know I don't like to do too much, but I just watched the documentaries on Netflix with my fiance and I feel like I want to talk about it because it's a little sus to me. And it's one of the cases that I have known for a long time because it's like the first true crime case that I ever heard about. But anyways, today's look is inspired by Brandon Lux on Instagram. This is the look we're going to be creating. I think it is so cool. But let's start by gluing these brows down and get started on the case. Madeleine Mccan was born in Leicester, UK and lived with her 2 parents. They were still together. They weren't divorced. She lived with her parents. Their names were Kate and Jerry Mccan, and they also had a set of twins, which were Madeleine's 2 younger brothers. Madeleine's parents were both doctors, so they were pretty well off with money. They never really struggled. They had, you know, nice things. They could do nice things and go nice places. They always liked to vacation quite often and go on holidays and stuff with the kids and their friends. So when they decided to go on this trip to Portugal, nobody was really like, why? You know what I mean? They were just like, okay, they're going on another vacation. Cool. So they booked this vacation in Portugal, also known, the place that they were going is also known as Little Brit because I have a hair on my eye. Because a lot of like Britons and like people from Britain and like the UK liked to travel there quite often. They planned this trip for I think 1 to 2 weeks in this area, and they were going with 7 of their friends, and they all also had kids. So they were going for the spring, like their spring break type of thing. So they arrived on the 28th of April in this area. They were staying at the Ocean Club little resort. The place that they were staying at was actually not part of the resort that they were staying at, but it was right across from it. It was kind of like a little bit more inexpensive to stay at this little place instead of like actually staying at this resort. So they stayed at the resort instead, which like I said was literally like right across from where they were staying anyways. So they stayed there. And they were staying in the apartment 5A, right? Yeah. And it was a 2-story little place, and like had a ground level and an upper level, and they were staying on the ground level, and I'm pretty sure like their friends were too. And like from their patio they could literally see like the pool and like the actual hotel that they were staying at. And there was also a tapas bar, which is the bar that is going to come into play because they always ate dinner there. So continuing on, I'm not exactly 100% sure how long into their vacation this happened, like how long it was, like how long they'd been there, if it was closer to the beginning or later. But eventually they so nothing was out of the normal for anybody. They all were just having fun. The kids seemed to be having a lot of fun together and on this vacation, so they were pumped. I mean, they were all having what seemed to be a very good time. So the day that Madeleine went missing, the day in question here, it started off as normal. They went and had breakfast at the kids club, and during, you know, they let the kids play, which is something that they did quite often. They kind of all, well, I don't know if everybody went, but Kate and Jerry often took the 3 of them to this kids club to have dinner and breakfast and lunch and all of that kind of stuff. But they had breakfast there, let the kids play for a while, then they came back and had lunch at the apartments. They just made some lunch, and then they went out to the pool And at the pool, this is the last known picture of Madeleine, and she is such a cutie. She looks so happy. But anyways, I digress. So after that, Kate takes the kids back to the apartment, and Jerry goes for his tennis lesson, which he went to quite regularly. I think he went like every day while he was here. But anyway, so he goes to his little tennis lesson, and Kate stayed back with the kids, probably to put them down for a nap or whatever. So after Jerry gets back, they head back to the kids club to have a dinner there and just let the kids play for quite a while. I believe they played. I'm not sure, but they brought the kids back eventually, and then they put the kids down for a nap, or to bed, because it was starting to get later, and they had dinner plans with the rest of their friends at the tapas bar, which is where they went every single night. They had rented out one single table for the whole time that they were there, because you could see the apartment building that they were staying at, like you could see it from where they were staying, so they decided that that's where they're gonna do it. So they get the kids ready for bed and stuff and start getting ready. They have a glass of wine, and then they are the first to arrive at the tapas bar, and then slowly but surely the rest of them start showing up. Now, they all did routine checks on their children. So like, once, like every 20 to 30, 45 minutes or so, they would go in and they would check, make sure the kids are still sleeping and stuff. So that's what they did. It started at about 8:30, 8:55-ish. So the first person to go was Matt Oldfield. He went and checked on his kids. It's leaking. No. It was Matt, and then right after Matt was Jerry. And so Jerry went to go check on his kids, and he said that the only thing that was abnormal was the fact that the door was slightly ajar when he went in, which he doesn't remember it being opened at all. He said he remembers closing it shut, but he didn't really think anything of it, and he just continued checking on them. He said he had a proud father moment. All of his kids were peacefully asleep, and then he went back, and on his way back he stopped to talk to Matt. Jane Tanner confirms this, saying that she remembers seeing them talking when she went to go check on her kids not long after. Then after that, Kate went to go get up at about 9, but Matt said, "Don't worry about it, I'll go check on them, because I have to go check on my kids anyway, so don't worry about it, I'll do it." She was like, "Cool, thank you." And he went to go check on him. He said everything was, he couldn't confirm if Madeleine was there or not, but he said that he checked on him and everything seemed fine, but like I said, he cannot confirm if Madeleine was there when he went to go check on her or not. So then he came back and was like, yeah, everything was fine. So then at 9:30, that's when Kate went to go get up. Kate decided to get up and go check on them, and she said that when she went to go open the door slammed shut on her, so she figured like one of the windows was open, and it scared her a little bit, but it spooked her because she wasn't expecting it. But then she just went in and went to go check on them, and that's when she noticed Madeleine was not there, and she flipped out. So she went running back to the group, leaving the boys in the room, which is a skeptic, but anyways. So she went to go check on them, and she, like I said, she was completely freaking the F out. She was saying that they took Madeleine, and everybody wants to know who they is. I don't know if she was just freaking out or what. But so they go and they're searching around a little bit, but they notice that they can't really find anything. So they go to the 24-hour service desk that is there, and they tell them what had happened, and they call the police, and the police come, and they're kind of like, they're worried, but they're like, well, for one, she doesn't know her way around anyways, so she probably just got lost. Like, don't worry, it's okay. But they do search and stuff, but it comes up with nothing. Like, they can't find Madeleine. So they called an investigation team to come and look as well, and they're taking everybody's statements and stuff like that. And that is when Jane Tanner says that she saw a man of average height, weight, and look, carrying a little girl that had on pink pajamas, and literally the most plain description of this man ever. But they take it into consideration because they have to. Looking everywhere, and they think she just walked off, so they have all these search dogs out, like looking like, you know, in like not really like kind of ditches and stuff, like if she walked out and fell asleep, and they're looking in fields, and they cannot find Madeleine. And while they're searching, Kate stays behind, and she's kind of just with the boys, just waiting. So she doesn't go out searching. And they cannot find anything. The police really messed up though, because they did not mark anything off as a crime scene. So everybody was in and out of that place, and it was not good. It was not good, honey. Why would you do that? Anyways, another couple, an Irish couple that was also staying in this place, said that they did see this man as well, this man that Jane described. So her story was kind of corroborated, but it's still a little sus, because to be honest, it looked like every average man, you know. But they said that they saw the little girl, you know, she looked uncomfortable. Everybody was searching, hotel staff, people who were just staying there, everybody was searching for Madeleine. But they could not find anything. They searched for years to find Madeleine, but nothing came of it. A lot of people suspect Jerry and Kate, which is kind of what I suspect too. A lot of people think maybe they gave her some sleeping meds to kind of help her fall asleep, because the night before she had asked them, like, why didn't you come and, like, when we were crying, why didn't you come attend to us? So they think maybe they gave her some sleeping meds and she either reacted bad to them, or they gave her too much and overdosed her, and then hid the body and like kind of told everybody, like, cooperate with us, you know what I mean? So that was the thing that everybody thought of them, or that they sold her into a sex trafficking ring. Because I mean, they were overseas, and I know this is terrible to say, but she was a blonde, blue-eyed, beautiful little girl. She probably would have gone for quite a lot of money. It's sad to say, but nobody knows what happened. Some people really do like focus on the person that was walking out. That Irish couple and Jane both said that they saw carrying a little girl that looked a lot like Madeleine. But nobody knows. Hey guys, so I did a little bit more research, and I guess they found this girl in Italy who they think might be Madeleine Mccan, but they cannot find like any ID on her. But she does look eerily similar to what Madeleine would look like now. She also speaks very good English, which is very confusing, seeing she was found in like Italy and Spain. She would speak Italian, but she doesn't really know any Italian, and she is homeless. So that is something to consider. And also, I heard there is a suspect in the disappearance case. He's German, but I haven't really seen much else about that, but it is something to consider. He's a 43-year-old man, and he was in the area at this time that Madeleine disappeared, but like there has been no name or anything or picture or anything of him released to the public yet. And a lot of people don't believe that it was the parents, because they have put millions of dollars into finding Madeleine. But if they would have gained a lot of extra money from sex trafficking, they would have had that extra couple, you know, like a lot of money to put into it to get them off of their back. But I think the police did a bad job at preserving the crime scene and stuff, that they probably could have found something. So it's part of that fault. And I think if Matt Oldfield would have actually checked on Madeleine to see if she was really there, that would have saved them a lot of time, because the first couple hours are so important in a missing persons case. But I guess we shall never know what happened to Madeleine, sadly. Let me know what you guys think happened to her down below. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I will be back with these videos. I missed filming so much. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!